Hey, I'm Justin Timberlake, and I play Branch in DreamWorks Animation's Trolls. Coming soon to a theater near you. It's kind of amazing to, work on all the music for a film, but also especially one that you're playing a lead character in, that's also an animated film, because animated films are, they just never miss. They're just always great. Can't Stop the Feeling is, it's a really big moment in the movie. It's a really big song in the movie, and the whole cast sings it. My character, Branch, is sort of the one troll that's maybe a little pessimistic. Maybe he thinks he's being a realist, but he keeps saying to everyone, you guys have to stop singing and dancing so loud. You're going to attract the Bergens, and he ends up being right.
And kind of take me inside the world and what we're going to see. It's very colorful, there's lots of song, there's hugging involved.
Well, I mean, well said. I feel like you pitched it very well right there. It is a very vibrant world that this movie lives in. Oddly enough, my character is the one character who is not
feeling it.
Not feeling it. Which way do we go?
First, you have to give me a high five, then I'll tell you.
I don't do high fives.
Slap it, boss.
Not gonna happen.
Here, just do this, but with your hand. I'm gonna let you slide with a fist bump.
Whoop! Shark attack, nom 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 nom. Jellyfish, hand sandwich, turkey, snowman, dolphin, helicopter, last supper, monkey in a zoo.
What?
Gear shift.
So, talk about, when you were kids, what kind of toys did you guys play with?
I had a basketball that I literally slept with. I was obsessed with basketball when I was younger. I had a Teddy Ruxpin.
It's pretty baller.
Teddy Ruxpin, I mean, a bear and a cassette tape player in the same thing, baller.
I had a lot of different stuff. I also had a doorstop that had a cat painted on it that was just supposed to be a doorstop, but I decided that was my doll and I carried it everywhere, a doorstop. So I was a little freak.
Wrapping up, I want to do a little rapid fire, a little off the cuff, mixing it up a little bit.
Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and warn you though, we go really dark with this type of thing. We've done this a couple of times on this press junket.
I like it.
This press tour. And
no, I'm
we
gonna
can
be
go
a
dark.
lady.
Like word association?
No, just I'm going to say something, first thing that pops into your head.
Okay, so just like, okay, so
I'm gonna
word
be a lady,
association.
watch.
Favorite NSYNC song?
Oh God, stop.
All of them.
Just stop.
Best thing about being an
I
actor?
don't have a favorite, and no, I'm kidding.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite NSYNC song? Gone. That's my favorite NSYNC.
Best thing about being an actor?
Getting to put all your psycho energy into something fake so you don't take it out on people in your real life.
Best thing about being an actor?
I like her answer. Getting the demons out.
Best thing about Justin Timberlake?
My hat.
Today, his hat.
My
Absolutely.
hat. Yep.
Best thing about Miss Kendrick?
Her hat. She's not wearing it. It's an imaginary hat.
My imaginary hat.
Anna's a pretty rad chick.
Oh.
All the way around.
I'm gonna not change my answer. Still his hat.
Yep.
So one of these tunnels leads to the troll tree.
That's right.
There's so many of them. I wonder which one.
I don't know.
What's going on? This is great, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how they make the backdrop look so real.
I know, it's amazing. Special effects, right?
Yeah.
For animated feature and
DreamWorks,
movies.
man.
I know, they're so magical. But this has got to be a great run for both of you guys, because both of you guys love to act, and you love to sing, you love to sing, you love to act. It's the perfect gig, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Like, it's sort of amazing. It always amazes me that something that is like a secondary thing that I love to do, but I never had any intention of trying to do professionally, that I get to do it and like tack it on to what I do for a living, and that people keep letting me do it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
this-
I have fooled everybody.
Call me up, 'cause I will always be there, and I see your true colors shining through.
Yeah, I always feel like you get a job like this, like you tricked everybody into thinking you were the only person that could do it. But it's like an embarrassment of riches to get to work on this project. And you never see it coming because you're like, hey, DreamWorks wants you to come in to talk about this next animated thing they're doing, and you're like, yeah, okay. And then you get there and you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
So did you even remember playing with trolls as a kid?
I do. I definitely do. I mean, I don't know if you brought us any presents,
Oh,
but somebody just gave us these, and we
nice,
got
nice.
like embarrassingly excited about it.
Yeah, well, I took 2 of them for my son, so I was just openly jovial about receiving a toy this big.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to warn you, one of these tunnels leads to the troll tree, and the others to...
certain death.
So go back to when you both were kids, though. What was your all-time favorite animated feature, the one that you watched over and over again, that you either stuck in the VHS machine or the DVD player?
So many. I also just remembered The Secret of Nim. It's a weird, dark movie, but I watched that movie so many times. Secret of Nim, All Dogs Go to Heaven, Robin Hood, Aristocats.
I had 3. Mine were Dumbo, Lady and the Tramp, and The Last Unicorn. Has anyone ever seen The Last Unicorn?
I remember The Last Unicorn.
The whole the soundtrack is done by the band America. It's like an older animation.
Hey, that's nice. I got to go track that down.
Yeah.
I may have to go on eBay or
The story
somewhere.
is phenomenal,
Is it really?
but the animation is
Okay.
obviously very
All right,
old
cool.
looking.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Sean Edwards, Fox 4 News, working for you at the Cannes Film Festival.
I like his hat.
Yeah.
Things are like
you win one?
are like a
So
grift.
not only did I bring 1, but I got 3.
You
How
won
long
3.
did it take you to win these?
Choose 1.
Oh my God! Oh no!
Whatever color you
I
want.
want the green one.
Okay,
The green one.
Justin?
Desperately, I want the green one.
Oh
my God, they're so ugly.
Can I take both of these for my son?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. You can
Thank
take
you.
it. I was gonna say we can be best friends forever and all have matching.
Oh,
best
then you should
friends.
keep one.
No, but I want you to take it and give it to your son now.
Okay,
that's
thank
that's
you.
a way cuter story now.
I'm sorry, they're so ugly.
Isn't that so cool? And so I was.
Wait,
I was
These are the
so
ones you put on the
excited.
pencil.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Right?
they are.
So your characters don't quite look
I
like
feel like
those
we just got
trolls.
really way too honestly excited on camera
I
about
know.
receiving
Trolls.
Trolls.
Did
Yeah.
you have actual troll toys when you guys were kids?
I did.
I did.
I didn't.
Really?
But I remember a lot of girls in grade school had the treasure trolls. It was like collecting the ones with the different jewels in the belly.
That's exactly what I had.
Right?
So this movie is actually kind of based on those toys in some concept, but
Yeah.
they are a lot different. So how
Yeah.
would you compare them?
Well, they updated the look of the trolls, and they've stayed true to the kind of ugly, cute aesthetic. But like these little trolls have these like black, beady shark eyes, and they tried to animate. They showed me some of the animation they did with the eyes like that, and like they look really they look evil.
Right.
Like no matter how happy you make them, they look like they've got something dark
Yeah.
going on. So they changed the eyes a little bit so they could be more expressive, and they've like updated the look a little
Trolls
bit.
directed
But
by Nicholas Winding. Like they have black eyes and they're like, yeah.
But there's
As I was saying, our children will be so excited about this type of film because it stretches also the whole acting exercise. We know that you sing very well, but all of a sudden, it's singing and telling the story at the same time in an animation film, so it's very diversified, isn't it?
It's a lot of elements of what we kind of both do in movies and in music. So yeah, it's a different type of challenge. But also like so fun because you're getting to do everything you love at the same time.
True. Do you agree?
yeah, I mean, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
You were a little bit,
I guess that's close enough. Close enough.
Yeah. It's not a version of what I would have said.
It's like less articulate,
Yeah.
but
Well, you star as a very cute, quirky, pinky, full of life,
I know.
loving life
she's
character.
crazy. She's so cute, I could scream. And I did worry that she could be irritating, but over the course of working on the film, like we made sure that she has all these other elements to her personality, and definitely the main element is optimism and happiness. And then eventually you see she has all these other things. She has vulnerability, and she has this can-do spirit, and she has sassiness, and she is practical and savvy and knowledgeable and imaginative and all these other things. And so it makes her a lot of fun to be around, and she loves a prank on Branch.
Yes.
She loves when Branch is wrong. So I think, you know, I enjoy a character who is just really happy to put someone else down.
Yeah, especially that
No, she loves France. She loves France. She loves everybody.
She knows that he needs to get out of his bunker.
Yes.
So tell us about him. He's just a little bit cranky when we meet him.
Yeah, so basically me. No,
I'm sure you are.
well, you've never seen me before my first coffee of the day, so don't
That's
don't
true.
go. Yeah,
Me too, I guess.
Be careful. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so happy to talk to both of you for this film. It seems to be like such an exciting but also different from anything we've seen type of project. So is that how you approached it? You thought, you know, it's going to be so fun.
That is sort of exactly how I approached it. When the people at DreamWorks pitched the movie to me, you know, they got out a couple of sentences and then I just had to wait my turn to say yes. And they talked at me for like 20 minutes and I was like, yes. Yes.
Yes,
and I was like, yes, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Anna came onto the film before I did, and when I came in to meet with them, you know, they pitched me the character, and I was like, it seems like you could, again, as DreamWorks always does, make a movie that's fun and hilarious, but also really reverent. And then they said, we want you to do the music for the movie, and I was like, yes. You know, like,
let me
just think about that for a
microsecond.
second. And yes. So, I mean, I've always wanted to do a soundtrack for a movie. I never thought it would be for an animated movie, but it, you know, having had a son and now, and it just kind of worked out. You just felt like it was meant to be.
Absolutely.
I actually just got back from London, or not back, but I came from London. I was in Chinatown. There's this really awesome arcade that I always go to. And you know those games where they have the coins that come down, you have to push them off the ledge?
Yeah.
So they had little troll toys on the coins, and I'm like, I will not leave this arcade until I win at least one troll to bring to you guys.
Those things are like
you win one?
a grift.
So not only did I bring one, but I got 3.
You
How
won
long
3?
did it take you to win these?
Choose one.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Whatever color you want.
I want the green one.
Okay,
The green one.
Justin?
Desperately, I want the green one.
Oh
my god, they're so ugly.
Can I take both of these for my son?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. You can
Thank
take
you.
it. I was gonna say we can be best friends forever and all have matching.
Oh,
best
then you
friends.
should keep
you
one.
should
No, but I
keep
want
one.
you to take it and give it to your son now.
Okay,
that's
thank you.
a way cuter story now.
I'm sorry, they're so ugly.
Isn't that so cool? And so I was.
Wait,
I
these
was
are the
so
ones you
put on the
excited.
pencil.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Right?
they are.
So your characters don't quite look
I
like
feel like
those
we just got
trolls.
really way too honestly excited on camera
I
about
know.
receiving
Trolls.
Trolls.
Did
Yeah.
you have actual troll toys when you guys were kids?
I did.
I did.
I didn't.
Really?
But I remember a lot of girls in grade school had the treasure trolls. It was like collecting the ones with the different jewels in the belly.
That's exactly what I had.
Right?
So this movie is actually kind of based on those toys in some concept, but
Yeah.
they are a lot different. So
Yeah.
how would you compare them?
Well, you know, they updated the look of the trolls, and they've stayed true to the kind of ugly, cute aesthetic. But like these little trolls have these like black, beady shark eyes, and they tried to animate. They showed me some of the animation they did with the eyes like that, and like they look really they look evil.
Right.
Like no matter how happy you make them, they look like they've got something dark
Yeah.
going on. So they changed the eyes a little bit so they could be more expressive, and they've like updated the look a little
Trolls
bit.
directed by Nicholas Winding. Like they have black eyes and they're like, yeah.
But they're so happy and super optimistic, and they love everything. Was that infectious? Did you end up going home and thinking like everything's awesome, or did you go home and think, oh, everything's awful?
No, I mean, I mostly feel that way anyway. No, I'm kidding.
No, I just love doing it so much. I would honestly get so excited to do a dialogue session, and I would
really
come out of
fun.
the dialogue sessions feeling really energized. And, you know, the music stuff is not something that I am as comfortable with, so I would feel more nervous doing the music stuff. But the dialogue sessions would just put such a huge smile on my face.
I think the music alone is going to
So I
really
think
set
what
it
you're
apart.
saying is you mostly like working by
I
yourself
mostly like
and not
working
with me.
without Justin.
And not Justin. What was it like in studio with him?
I mean, I had such a great experience working with Justin, and it's, you know, the nature of it is just very intimidating, but, you know, he's very good at, you know, directing your voice, and, you know, you obviously trust him implicitly, and you know, he just gives like very clear, simple direction and makes it feel like this isn't a huge deal, which is a talent in itself, to make somebody who's not a musician come in and work with somebody who's known for music and make them feel at ease is a skill.
I came from London. I was in Chinatown. There's this really awesome arcade that I always go to, and you know those games where they have the coins that come down, you have to push them off the ledge?
Yeah.
So they had little troll toys on the coins, and I'm like, I will not leave this arcade until I win at least one troll to bring to you guys.
But those things are like a grip.
So not only did I bring one, but I got 3.
How long did it take you to win these?
Choose one.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Whatever color you want.
I want the green one.
Okay, Justin?
Desperately, I want the green one.
I-
Oh my god, they're so ugly.
Can I take both of these for my son?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. You can
Thank
take
you.
it. I was gonna say we can be best friends forever and all have matching.
Oh,
best
then you
friends.
should keep one.
No, but I want you to take it and give it to your son now.
Okay,
that's
thank you.
a way cuter story now.
I'm sorry, they're so ugly.
Isn't that so cool?
I'm excited about it, about what we sort of come up with, you know, and the other songs are really extensions of the first single from the soundtrack, and they sound different, but they make you they give you that feeling as well, and so it's very exciting.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh.
I think it's great. I mean, we were. I think it's the song of the summer, the song of the summer, the song of the summer. When we were pulling up to the dock, I was like, because I don't know how a musician feels about his own music, like, because when I watch my movies, I get kind of embarrassed. So the song was playing when we were coming up, and I was like, I couldn't stop moving, and I was like, oh no, is Justin gonna feel like really weird about this? And I look over, and he's like,
Yep.
I was like, I love it.
Meet the trolls. They sing, they dance, and have lots of fun.
We've been drinking a lot together, because these days have been really long.
Yeah, my feet usually hurt by the end of the day, so I'm excited about wine or whiskey by the end of the day. Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
So just imagine nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on.
Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick hit Cannes for an impromptu performance and to preview their new movie Trolls. And while Justin said being in Cannes is incredible, he said nothing compares to being at home with his wife Jessica Biel and his son Silas. What's been the favorite part of traveling with each other and wherever you guys have been?
Justin, like, is just a practical person and a good person to have on your team when you're facing this kind of craziness.
Have you know, Silas just turned 1. Have you? Have you been missing the family while you've been away? Have you been able to Skype with Jessica and Silas?
Sure, I do.
So annoying.
Probably gotten old, but I do. I've been just like showing Anna videos over and over again, and just like talking over. Yeah, no, this is tough. I mean, Cannes Film Festival is amazing, but my son is everything.
Justin's new hit, Can't Stop the Feeling, is featured on the soundtrack for the movie. And he says fans should expect a new music video very soon.
I can't stop the, I can't stop the, I can't stop the feeling.
There's actually sort of an official video coming in a week's time, probably directed by Mark Romanek. So, and I think you'll enjoy that one as well.
No, I'm being serious. My entire newsroom heard your song for this film, and they created an entire video.
Are you
of everybody
serious?
dancing to this. You
Oh, how cool is that?
Hit the space bar button.
Dude, we gotta get this
they
like...
spent 8 hours on it yesterday. Just hit the,
8 hours?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, got a robot.
Yes.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh my god.
Dude, wait till you see the weatherman.
Hey. got some booty bopping going.
Digital confetti.
Yes.
So this is the weatherman?
It's our weatherman.
Oh, he's got the... Wow.
Oh my god.
You gotta... I have to get this link. I gotta like... I like him.
I had to show it to you.
Dude, I might cry. This is awesome. Okay, sorry.
That's
awesome.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I gotta get the link to that.
I will definitely say. I saw the one you shared with the daughter and father.
How cool is that? Did you see that one? There's this daddy-daughter dance that they've already done to the song, and you're like, you win. You're the greatest dad ever. Like,
it was an amazing video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing video. Is there a song of yours from the past that you think speaks the most to this character, besides the music in this film?
To my character Branch?
Yep.
Oh, that of mine? Mm-hmm. Wow.
What's your most pessimistic song?
I know, right? I'm trying to think. I was gonna go with Dick in a Box.
It's perfect. Andy Samberg would be proud.
I don't know, man.
Cry Me a River's a pretty pessimistic song.
Maybe like, oh, what goes around comes around, or Cry Me a River.
Those are bummers, man.
Yeah,
the songs are bummers.
You wrote two bummers of a song.
You two have incredible musical talents, and one thing I love about musicians and actors is that they go on a similar journey when creating music, but also creating a character in a movie. I'm wondering, can you speak on the comparison of singing a song musically, going on that journey, but also becoming a character, and how the two are different and separate?
I really prefer, I mean, you know, that's why I'm not a musician. Like, I like having a character so that I have an objective already, and I have an intention, so that when I sing a song, I'm not going like, oh my gosh, this is actually a blank page and I have nothing to work from, and I wouldn't know where to begin. Whereas, you know, with Poppy, like, I know exactly where she's at on this journey. I know exactly, like, her outlook on life and all these layers that she's got, and it makes it a lot easier for me to look at a song like True Colors. Like, how do you cover True Colors? And when you have a scene and a character, it makes my life a lot simpler.
My favorite scene that I saw yesterday was the moment when you're saving Anna's character from the spiders, and you're literally whipping your hair.
Yeah.
And we hear you going the hi-ya, like whatever the sound you're making, because it reminded me of the sound effect I heard in Indiana Jones of like the Harrison Ford. That's what.
You know, funny enough, that was the note from the director. He goes, think like Raiders of the Lost Ark, or like something like that.
So when you're in a booth doing that moment, are you just like banging your head and like saying those sound effects?
I am. I got whiplash from doing a voice recording for a scene that actually happened. Because you want it to feel, you want it to be audibly real, you know. And so yeah, I mean, a lot of what we do in there. You know, we were just saying they'd have a lot of good blackmail material if they release, like, you know, just outtakes, because you physically act the scenes out so that they can. I mean,
there are definitely
they're real.
times where I'm like, I need to sit down, which seems silly because you're just in front of a microphone, but
maybe instinctively too, like, you know that your voice is the only thing they're gonna be able to use.
I think that's
so. I
absolutely
think
part of
you physically actually exert more energy because
you only get one part of your instrument to use.
Right.
So you're like, I gotta.
If we were doing
everything.
live action, I could literally say something to you without saying something to you.
Oh, like internally, because I'm like supposed to see your face.
You know, and so when you're doing a voice for a movie, you're like, this is the only. I gotta translate this literally. So yeah, you actually. I'm always like, I like sleep like a champion after the night that you do one of those voice sessions.
You can really sing.
Yes.
And talking of singing,
I confirm.
One of the exciting things about the film was we got new music from you as well, which always excites the world. When people are hearing there's some Justin music coming, everyone's like, whoop, okay, we'll take some time in our life to take a listen to that. Does that still excite you as well, that people care as much about the music as everything else?
Absolutely. Still so exciting. I always say that it's not really official until I've heard it on the radio. You know, and so yeah, I flew in on Thursday and was here for the debut of the song, so I got to hear. I got really, really excited. You know, it's like hearing it again for the first time, because it always sounds, you know, different on radio. It always sounds it's got that little bit, and it's got that little bit of like the radio frequency compression.
Crackle.
You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, this like actually sounds better on the radio than it does.
You've teased for a while, because we've seen pictures of you in the studio with Pharrell, and that literally, it was like maybe seeing your child for the first time. I was so excited.
Well, here's that's not the chronology of how things happened. I mean, I started working on the music for this movie prior to that, but then working on the music for this movie just got me really excited about being back in the studio again. Because I kind of took some time off, having a new family member, having a son. I just kind of took some time off and wanted to just be in that experience. I remember everybody warning me about how much sleep I was not going to get. So I was like, you know
Were
what?
they right?
Oh my God, man.
Oh no.
You have no idea.
Scary.
But it's worth it, right?
Oh,
you just posted
it's
such
the most amazing thing ever.
a beautiful picture in honor of your lovely wife for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Just happy.
It's so crazy what happens to you.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally, we looked at each other the other day and we were like, what the hell did we do before this? Like, you can't remember anything that happened before. I mean, you can, but like not, no one could explain it to me every time I would ask them, and now I know why. Because I can't explain it to you.
And the balance of it all, because obviously, balancing music and film is probably hard enough, but now having to balance fatherhood, being a husband, you still need to keep her happy.
Sure.
All of that. How have you managed?
Wife, happy life.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
How have you managed to kind of keep everything all the plates spinning?
I don't know if I am. That remains to be seen. I mean, no. So I mean, with this specifically, we did take a lot of time off because we wanted to just kind of
live your life.
Yeah.
Be in the moment.
And be in the moment. Be in the moment. And then this project came along, and maybe that was a little bit of serendipity as well. To be offered an animated film lead voice, and then we went to executive produce the soundtrack as well. And having just had a kid, it was kind of like, you felt like it was a job that fell into your lap, and so I went on to start working. Plus, I knew I could work in LA, where we were sort of posting up for now.
Yeah.
And so started working on that, and there's 3 or 4 other great songs that are on the soundtrack that we wrote. That Ariana Grande does one, and then Gwen does one that I think I'm actually gonna feature on with her. Okay. So it might be a duet.
Oh, so there's still work to do on the soundtrack as well.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of unfinished stuff.
Yeah.
Some work to do,
man. So then, as that was happening, I just wanted to stay in the studio. Wanted to keep going in the studio because you just get the creativity going again, So
with something like that,
up first.
do you call Pharrell? Do you say, Pharrell, I've got the energy,
we had talked for a while. We had talked for a while because obviously, historically, we haven't worked together in a long, long time, except for things here and there, like signs for Snoop or brand new for his record, or things here and there. But we've talked about it for probably a couple of years now. And saying at some point, let's really sit down together again and write a lot of music.
Let's make an album together, right?
Let's make an album.
Let's talk Timberland
and Tim as well. Yeah.
So you and Tim have been talking as well?
Well, we've been in the studio. I've been in the studio with both of them. We'll see, man.
Sexy back.
Sexy back again.
Is that turning into the front?
Sexy back.
It's like when you turn sexy back's back. So sexy front. No, that was a terrible joke.
Oh no, you're falling into the dad jokes.
No,
now.
I don't. I was gonna say I don't know exactly what it's gonna be yet because we've just really started.
Okay.
But there's a lot of, I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Oh, don't do this. I feel like this is all my dreams come true.
Well, you asked.
Justified again.
I don't want to leave you hanging on a string like that because I don't know when I'm gonna put it out. I don't want to make any promises on that.
So you've got no plans. You just.
Nah, the difference in writing a soundtrack for a movie is the movie has a date that it is coming out, so you have to finish the music for that. So I take these little pockets of time with P or Tim, and we would just kind of get creative.
Yeah.
Because for my albums, you don't really have it's done when it's done. I don't want the cart before the horse or chicken before the egg or whatever. I don't want to put the pressure on myself. That's well, what if you say, I was going to put the album out, on this date, but then because you had to have it mixed and mastered, there was that one song you didn't write.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that's just a feeling, when it's done when it's done.
Can I ask quickly, what are you listening to, man? Because you defined R&B for the early noughties, the album Justified and everything that came from that. R&B now is kind of in a different place. Is that something you check out? Do you kind of, I
listen to everything. I listen to everything. Funny enough, Abel and I have been talking. The weekend. We've been talking about doing a collab soon. Maybe for his, he's working on an album right. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Oh, it's out there now.
Did I just like mess up something? But he's always in the studio anyway. So
yeah.
So, but we've talked about doing something together, and yeah, man. I mean, I listen to everything. I mean, I've been listening to Radiohead this morning. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot wait for this new material to come out.
Oh,
me personally as well, very excited. You take your time with it, okay?
Don't rush it.
Yeah,
Take your
it's
time.
gotta be right.
Keep the wife happy.
It's gotta be right.
Keep the son happy. Keep the films going.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
Trolls out soon. When it's actually finished.
October.
Is it out?
Yeah.
in October?
Out of time for my birthday.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. Justin, thank you so
All
much.
right.
Always
Thank
a
The Trolls. They sing. They dance.
I've always wanted to work on a soundtrack. After getting to, explore acting and in film, and having, done a ton of music over the years, at some point wanting to combine those was always something that I wanted to do. And this became like an embarrassment of riches because you're actually in the movie as well. You're playing, one of the, the supporting role to the lead in the movie and getting to do all the music. It's like, yeah, sign me up.
These creatures aren't just delightful. They're delicious.
Oh my God. I just literally said this is one of my favorite jobs I've ever done because DreamWorks headquarters it's literally 15 minutes from my house in Los Angeles. So it was like I could go and like actually do my job and come home and be with my family. So it's kind of really in every way, I'm not kidding, his job is an embarrassment of riches.
It is really freeing because you just have like as much time as you want. It never rains. You're never outside and you never go, oh crap, we gotta like do this scene in 30 minutes because it's about to start raining. And so you do get to like accomplish everything you want to because you're in this like hermetically sealed environment. You can like roll in your pajamas, and that is a bonus.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone.
Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick are making beautiful music together. We were with the stars of the upcoming film Trolls in Cannes this week, who are lending their speaking and singing voices to the animated adventure. Justin and Anna made quite the entrance, and Anna told our Scott Movie Mance that she'd feel better walking into any event as long as JT jams are playing.
I want to have entrance music all the time. I want to have Justin Timberlake entrance music all the time. Because I was like, oh, photo calls. I always get anxiety, and then I was like, oh, I feel good right now.
Yeah, careful. That could get old for you really quick.
Well, you know, Can't Stop the Feeling is the front runner for Song of the Summer. How exciting is that?
That's awesome, man. That warms my cold heart.
Tiny little heart.
My tiny cold heart.
It is really exciting footage, and we were, you know, we did a little performance after the footage, and we were rehearsing it as much as we could, but then when they started playing the footage, we were both like peeking out from behind the curtain trying to watch the footage again.
I would have never gotten on a boat in Cannes and like come up to a dock. I would have been like,
from that pier to this pier.
And we were like, that was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
I see your true colors shining. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful.
Justin, why do you have a guitar? What's about to happen?
You sound like you're 7. But I love you too. I see your true colors shining. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful.
It's for the B-roll.
Well, they were put on until I just saw the... Kind of got... Fox, it has been. We're Fox, so...
Justin Timberlake dancing back onto our screens with new music and a new movie.
Meet the Trolls.
The movie feels like one big pop song.
Can't Stop This Feeling, already a hit, and Justin says there's more to come.
I'm exploring making another album. Honestly, it was because of this, you know, getting back in the studio to work on music for this. And I think we've written 4 originals for the movie, and it just kind of spilled over into, man, I'm really enjoying being back in the studio, and called up the old friends. I don't like the looks of them.
In Trolls, releasing later this year, he co-stars with Anna Kendrick.
I just wanted to be, you know, Jason Statham, and I don't know how I keep winding up in these things where I'm a tiny pink troll. I just, you know, that's my mistake.
It just keeps happening, right?
It's a straight up accident.
The animated feature takes you into a world populated by, well, trolls, obviously.
I wonder which one.
I don't know.
Colourful characters, voiced by Anna and Justin, on a quest to save their friends. Will good or evil prevail?
Could have a real Harry Potter kind of ending. The characters just start dying. Could be real Game of Thrones. Everybody's dying.
You seem to have a good friendship, like, but yet, I mean, there can't be any
We
great
just
story.
met for this interview.
Is that right?
First time.
It's amazing.
We're very good at acting.
They spent much of the interview kidding around.
We've replaced all of your vocals.
Prank on me. Prank on me. Oh, you got me. You got me so good.
A relationship that began in the recording studio.
I messed up a take, like the third take I messed up a lyric or something, and immediately like just went into an autopilot of a string of profanity.
That's what I do. That's my type of person.
You left that out of the children's animation, obviously.
No.
That's in? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad as a parent I'm talking to you about this before I take the kids to see it.
Justin's been on a 2-year break, becoming a parent himself with wife Jessica Biel. The power couple sharing pictures of son Silas on Instagram.
Do you come back into this and say, I want to make the kind of movie that my son would like?
You know, it changes everything. You know, hopefully one day when he sees it, he'll be like, yeah, that's my dad.
Do you plan to kind of try and protect him from all of this?
I'm actually his bodyguard, so...
Yeah. And
so watch this out.
Listen, you know, he's 13 months old right now. But yeah, you think about the next 5 years and the next 5 years after that, and you think about the fact that, you know, he just got here, he hasn't made any choices about, you know, he chooses like eggs or bananas. You think a lot about the lives that me and my wife lead, but I wonder what privacy is going to mean in 20 years. You know, those are the questions that enter my mind for sure. But I think that's something that you don't have control over. I think the best thing I can do is try every day to, you know, give your kid perspective so that they understand what it means and what it doesn't mean.
Yeah, I hope you have success with that.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Yeah.
It is really exciting footage, and we were, you know, we did a little performance after the footage, and we were rehearsing it as much as we could, but then when they started playing the footage, we were both like peeking out from behind the curtain trying to watch the footage again.
I would have never gotten on a boat in Cannes and like come up to a dock. I would have been like,
from that pier to this pier.
and we were like, that was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
It's out now, and you're also going to be performing it at the Eurovision Song Contest, which is a big deal in Europe. How excited are you about that?
I'm excited. You know, I mean, they asked. They said, you know, no one's ever really gone over and done it other than people that are in the competition. And I said, well, then let's do it. So it'll be fun. It's like crazy, right? It's like a crazy competition. So I'm actually looking forward to like how big it is.
Anna, what do you think of the song?
I think it's great. I mean, we were. I think it's the song of the summer. The song of the summer. The song of the summer. When we were pulling up to the dock, I was like, because I don't know how a musician feels about his own music, like, because when I watch my movies, I get kind of embarrassed. So the song was playing when we were coming up, and I was like, I couldn't stop moving, and I was like, oh no, is Justin gonna feel like really weird about this? And I look over, and he's like,
Yep.
I was like, I love it.
Brilliant, thank you. Are you guys hugging it out now more after doing this movie together?
We've been drinking a lot together because these days have been really long.
Yeah, my feet usually hurt by the end of the day, so I'm excited about wine or whiskey by the end of the day. Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
How proud are you of having curated a soundtrack as well? Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm excited about it, about what we sort of come up with, you know, and the other songs are really extensions of the first single from the soundtrack, and they sound different, but they make you they give you that feeling as well, and so it's very exciting.
I'm going to pass you on to the Associated Press.
Trolls loves to do hug. What kind of huggers are you?
Huggers? I don't actually like hugging. I get weird about. I mean, I like hugging when it's somebody
You don't like
I
people
know really
all up
well.
in your space.
Yeah, I will do a French exit on a party like
Before you have
nobody's
to
business
hug,
because
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hug everybody.
Yeah.
And don't touch me. But I'm a really positive person.
Yeah. I think I'm a better hugger now than I used to be. Yeah, now that I have a son.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I'm excited about it, about what we sort of come up with, you know, and the other songs are really extensions of the first single from the soundtrack, and they sound different, but they make you they give you that feeling as well, and so it's very exciting.
I think it's great. I mean, we were. I think it's the song of the summer. The song of the summer. The song of the summer. When we were pulling up to the dock, I was like, because I don't know how a musician feels about his own music. Like, because when I watch my movies, I get kind of embarrassed. So the song was playing when we were coming up, and I was like, I couldn't stop moving, and I was like, oh no, is Justin gonna feel like really weird about this? And I look over, and he's like,
Yep.
I was like, I love it.
I'm excited, you know, I mean, they said, you know, no one's ever really gone over and done it other than people that are in the competition, and I said, well, then let's do it. So it'll be fun. It's like crazy, right? It's like a crazy competition. So I'm actually looking forward to like how big it is. We've been drinking a lot together because these days have been really long.
Yeah, my feet usually hurt by the end of the day, so I'm excited about wine or whiskey by the end of the day. Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
Bring your kids.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance.
I always wanted to, you know, score a movie, do a soundtrack for a movie, but I never imagined that it would be for an animated movie. So it's great. It's good fun.
Meet the trolls. They sing, they dance, and have lots of fun.
Well, before my first coffee, I'm definitely Branch. I don't think I ever reached the level of poppy excitement, so I guess I have to go with my character, Branch.
How about you?
Also Branch.
Same answer. Literally exact same answer.
You know what? I think we've done it. I think we've topped Shrek. Dare I say?
There are definitely similarities, but there's a lot of differences that Trolls has that Shrek didn't have.
It's got a similar sense of humor and irreverency that Shrek has that we love, and it's also, in a way, a fairy tale. So we're
But
still
it's got a lot more music, and it's a lot fuzzier.
Yeah, and it's like a rave party.
But these creatures aren't just delightful.
So, guys, what do you reckon? On?
Yeah,
You gotta do it?
It's a choice, man.
Oh my god, prank
How
on
does
you.
it look?
You look so stupid. Oh my god, total prank on you. I can't believe you did it.
Can't believe you did it.
Anything for Justin and Anna, you know. So, did you, like me, play with trolls growing up?
Oh yeah. I had a lot of trolls. I had the little pencil toppers that like made writing fun because the little hair would like go as you wrote. And I liked the ones with the jeweled belly buttons, and that was my first question. After they finished the pitch of the movie to me, I was like, but does Poppy have a jewel in her belly button? And they said no, but she does have glitter freckles, so I agreed to do the movie.
Maybe not you, Justin.
I was more into sport, yeah. I had a basketball that I took with me everywhere. I slept with my basketball. Did they get Cabbage Patch Kids? When I was really young, I had a Cabbage Patch Kid. So
Not saying a thing, not saying a thing.
I am incredibly excited to see what happens.
Yeah, you should be a little bit scared as well, but you know.
Oh man, I think that that's part of what makes Eurovision, you know? And so, I mean, listen, ABBA was discovered there, Celine Dion was discovered there, so who knows, I might be at the Eurovision where they discover the next Celine Dion.
I hope you support the UK because we need all the help we can get, that's all I'll say, but thank you so much. Hope you have a lovely time.
What movie or TV show from the 90s inspired you, do you guys love, that kind of changed your life, your teenage years?
I mean, I love Newsies and I loved Saved by the Bell. And
that's strong. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts.
Is the Wonder Years 90s or start 80s? Did it go My So-Called Life?
Seinfeld.
What else? Seinfeld.
It didn't feel very like teenage 90s, but I mean, it was great.
Je suis une journaliste française, j'ai envie d'être un troll comme vous. Vous me faites un high five? Hey!
I don't do high fives.
Slap it, boss.
Not gonna happen.
Here, just do this, but with your hand.
Vous avez composé la musique, c'était une bonne expérience?
Great, super, c'était fantastique. Ce n'est pas seulement composer de la bonne musique, mais c'est aussi contribuer à l'histoire avec ses chansons.
You also get to help the story with the songs. And I see your true colors shine. Oh, that's why I love you. So don't be afraid.
Elle a pris ma place.
So let them show you true colors.
Thank you. Tu viens de me piquer mon boulot. Trolls promet d'être l'un des films d'animation les plus forts de cette année 2016. Ça chante et ça rigole, c'est très coloré, ça va être chouette.
It is really exciting footage, and we did a little performance after the footage, and we were rehearsing it as much as we could. But then when they started playing the footage, we were both like peeking out from behind the curtain trying to watch the footage again.
I would have never gotten on a boat in Cannes and like come up to a dock. I would have been like,
from that pier to this pier.
And we were like, that was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
Cannes, Justin Timberlake et Anna Kendrick viennent faire la promotion de Trolls, le nouveau film d'animation du studio DreamWorks. L'occasion pour nous de leur poser quelques questions.
Je suis Poppy, je suis une troll qui est toujours contente et qui adore embêter le personnage de Justin.
And I play Branch, who
Je joue Branch, qui est constamment énervé et très grincheux.
pretty grumpy.
Je suis vraiment contente de présenter ce film à Cannes. Cela me met en joie. Je suis vraiment contente de l'accueil du public aujourd'hui. On entendait les gens crier et rire dans la salle et les réactions ont été bonnes.
Oui, ils ont l'air d'avoir vraiment aimé. Cannes est un festival très particulier. Les Français aiment le cinéma comme nulle part ailleurs.
And like no other country. And
Ce festival est énorme
the Cannes Film Festival,
et aussi un peu fou
and it's crazy,
et rempli de
but
gens totalement
it's
passionnés.
also, I think it comes from a place of just admiring cinema.
Les trolls de DreamWorks.
And sweet acoustic.
Hola.
What?
Hola, Ana.
Hola.
Hola, Justin. Hola. Ya habías prestado tu voz para películas como Shrek, pero esta es tu primera vez produciendo la música de una cinta animada. ¿Cómo fue esa experiencia?
It was, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And, you start writing these songs that are in the movie and you realize that you're actually helping really tell the story.
When I actually recorded Can't Stop the Feeling, that was one of the last things I recorded. It's a pop song and it's completely in his wheelhouse, and there was a point when he was giving me notes about sort of being more staccato, and I slowly realized I was like, oh, I should just be doing an impression of Justin.
Justin, y tu hijo recién acaba de cumplir un año. Todavía me imagino que está muy pequeño para ver esta película, pero ¿cómo te sentís de hacer un proyecto que eventualmente él va a poder disfrutar?
It is going to be very exciting to sort of share that with him, and because I've sang to him a million times, just, you know, when he was 2-3 months old. I think he's just starting to realize that is my voice on the song.
Bueno, yo sé que ustedes dos han estado en Latinoamérica, así que les propongo algo. Les voy a decir ciertas ciudades y quiero que me las describan con una palabra. Lo primero que se les venga a la mente. Por ejemplo, Justin, México.
Margarita.
Costa Rica.
Ziplining.
Ok. Puerto Rico.
Muy caliente. No,
Okay.
amazing food.
Y Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, sunburn.
Bueno, chicos, muchas gracias por haber estado con nosotros y mucha suerte con la película.
Thank you.
Fist
There
bump.
we go.
Thank
Fist
you.
bump.
Woo.
DreamWorks Trolls.
Who would join on first, and then
She did.
Okay.
I was the sort of Danny DeVito to her Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think.
That's how I think of myself, so yeah.
You remember when he's like, what, I'm the leftover crap? I'm the crap? No, come on, Vincent. And yeah,
Can this be the whole interview? You just doing
me as
yeah.
both of them?
Yeah.
Ask your next question.
When I sang my side of True Colors, Justin had recorded his part already, and at the end of the day, I felt like, wow, I really spent the day doing some like intense emotional work with Justin. It was his voice from like 2 weeks earlier, and the first time we sang it together at the same time was rehearsing for that performance yesterday.
This performance kind of came up out of the blue. It was the brainchild of the one and only Jeffrey Katzenberg. And I believe his pitch was something like, yeah, we'll just go and we'll go on this press tour and then we'll end up in Cannes and you guys will just show up and you'll just bring your guitar and then you guys just do the
And just
song.
come on and sing, it'll
and
be
we
really
were
relaxed.
like, hold on. You know, like it's a little more complicated than that.
I just gotta ask you, we lost a legend and a friend to myself and to you, Prince. What did he mean to you? And you wrote something for him?
I did, yeah. I mean, I tried to explain it the best I could, but yeah, I mean, he's our greatest living musician, and so I don't know, man. So, you know, it's hard to put into words how I kind of feel about it, but I'm definitely gonna miss him. Definitely gonna miss him.
Great guy.
Yeah. Amazing person. Like, I think that's the
funny.
other part, and hilarious. I think that's the other part that, you know, that when he was comfortable around, you know, people, he would kind of let that cat out of the bag, and you're like, did Prince just hit you with the best joke ever? You know, but I think he was like he's like the godfather that we all wanted to impress. That if you got one compliment from him, you were just like, can't tell me nothing. All of y'all can't tell me nothing. You know? So he obviously meant a lot to me and still does.
And working with Jeffrey and doing Trolls, how amazing this is kind of like his last hurrah at Cannes, and doing a kid-friendly film. Your little one can go see one of your movies.
Yeah, and actually hear one of my songs. You know, I mean, I'd be not telling the whole truth if I didn't say that was you know, a little bit of serendipity to have had a child now and go like, wow, you know, you hear about actors that are parents that say like, yeah, now I'm so excited, you know, I did an animated film and my kids can go see the movie, and you're like, yeah, okay, but now I really get it, and so that's definitely exciting. But I think, you know, I think we both kind of feel like this is just kind of an amazing movie to be a part of as well.
Have you all been out? Have you done anything in Cannes? Any of the parties, any of the events?
We've had some nice dinners. Ooh. There's some great food here, so we've had some nice dinners. Thanks, Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Oh, Hey, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
Any celebrity scene? Because everyone bumps into everyone.
We saw Catherine Deneuve last night. And,
That's-
I mean, not in person, but as
think
close
she
as
takes the
I should
cake,
probably ever get. Because I would probably just fall on the floor if she got too close to me.
Yes, I think that probably takes the cake, especially in Cannes.
Yeah,
You know?
to see her come out at Cannes, and she did like a full-on Adrian Brody kiss to the host, and then just walked off stage.
She walked out, didn't say a word. I mean, she's like royalty.
Just like grabbed the host.
And she grabbed the
then
host
was
and
like,
just planted a
"Bye."
big fat kiss on him, and then turned around and like kind of gave you a little like, you know, gave you like a little like
was like,
sachet
"You're
out.
welcome."
Like, yeah, it was like it was pretty baller.
I'm so happy to talk to both of you for this film. It seems to be like such an exciting but also different from anything we've seen type of project. So is that how you approached it? You thought, you know, it's going to be so fun.
That is sort of exactly how I approached it. When the people at DreamWorks pitched the movie to me, you know, they got out a couple of sentences and then I just had to wait my turn to say yes. And they talked at me for like 20 minutes and I was like, yes, yes.
Yes,
and
sir.
I was like, yes, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Anna came onto the film before I did, and when I came in to meet with them, you know, they pitched me the character, and I was like, it seems like you could, again, as DreamWorks always does, make a movie that's fun and hilarious, but also really reverent. And then they said, we want you to do the music for the movie, and I was like, yes. You know, like,
Let me
just think
about
about that for a second. And yes. So, I mean, I've always wanted to do a soundtrack for a movie. I never thought it would be for an animated movie, but it, you know, having had a son and now, and it just kind of worked out. You just felt like it was meant to be.
Absolutely, as I was saying, you know, our children will be so excited about this type of film because it stretches also the whole acting exercise. We know that you sing very well, but all of a sudden, you know, it's singing and telling the story at the same time in an animation film, so it's very diversified, isn't it?
It's a lot of elements of what we kind of both do in movies and in music. So yeah, it's a different type of challenge. But also like so fun because you're getting to do everything you love at the same time.
True. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
You were a little bit,
I guess. That's close enough. Close enough.
Yeah. It's not a version of what I would have said.
It's like less articulate,
Yeah.
but...
Well, you star as a very cute, quirky, pinky, full of life,
I know.
loving life
She's
character.
crazy. She's so cute, I could scream. And I did worry that she could be irritating, but you know, over the course of working on the film, like, we made sure that she has all these other elements to her personality, and definitely the main element is optimism and happiness. And then, you know, eventually you see she has all these other things. She has vulnerability, and she has this can-do spirit, and she has sassiness, and she is practical and savvy and, you know, knowledgeable and imaginative and all these other things. And so it makes her a lot of fun to be around, and she loves a prank on Branch.
Yes.
She loves when Branch is wrong. So I think, you know, I enjoy a character who is just really happy to put someone else down.
Yeah, especially that
she loves Branch. She loves Branch. She loves everybody.
She knows that he needs to get out of his bunker.
Yes.
So tell us about him. He's just a little bit cranky when we meet him.
Yeah. So basically me. No,
Oh, I'm sure you are.
No, well, you've never seen me before my first coffee of the day, so don't
that's
don't
true.
go. Yeah,
Me too, I guess.
Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely the sort of he's kind of the outcast of the trolls by his own doing. I think he's you know, he's a little more cranky and cantankerous. But he's also, as the movie goes along, you find out why, and you know, he's sort of keeps warning everyone that if you keep singing and dancing, you know, so loudly, you're gonna attract the Bergens, and they're gonna kidnap us, and they're gonna eat us, And
it's so annoying when someone's so cranky it turns out to be right.
Yeah.
It's a really low moment for
And
Poppy.
it turns out to be
having
right.
to admit that he was right.
Yeah.
Oof, that's
Yeah.
tough stuff. I had many trolls. I particularly liked the trolls with the belly button jewels. That was my first question about my character when I was pitched the movie, was does my character have a belly button jewel? And they said no, but she has glitter freckles, so I agreed to do the movie. As a grown-up, you do think, why did we love those trolls so much? And the only thing I can come up with is that they're like that ugly cute, like pug puppies, where you're like, you're so ugly.
I don't think you were there. I had a moment with an interviewer the other day where she said, your troll really looks like you. And I said, thanks. and then she goes, no, it really looks like you. And so then I went, yeah, you know, they shoot your face, so when your mouth moves, they animate the mouth of the troll. She's like, no, the nose and the face. And I was like, his ears are like out to here. Like, let's just reel it back in a little bit.
The trolls obviously are cartoon creatures. They look nothing like us, but they do pull expressions where you're like, oh my God, it looks just like me. But like she's got pink skin and like her face is wider than her body, and there are moments where you're like, oh, I totally do that.
I didn't think my first, soundtrack I produced was going to be for an animated film. I thought maybe it was going to be for a live-action film. It's been sort of a blessing in disguise because you write these songs that you would never have written. I've heard different actors that are parents who've done animated films. I've seen them say, like, yeah, I wanted to do a movie that my kid could go see, we could go see together, and I was always like, yeah, okay, whatever, I get it, and now I get it. It'll be exciting to watch it with them.
I walked into the recording studio with music superstar Justin Timberlake and was like, I'm gonna bring it, okay? Yeah, that's what I did. I had a real you attitude.
She's obviously incredibly humble about her ability. It was brungeth. It was broughteth. She brung it. True Colors, the incredible Cyndi Lauper tune, was a choice that was made before I came on as executive music producer, and it's kind of crazy that a song that was written for a completely different reason at such a different time could make sense for this moment in the plot of our movie.
Yeah, it's just interesting how things can match up so many years later and so forth. And, as I say, I've only seen about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual, right? To not show you the completed product, but they've got to feel very good about this film to share a work in progress.
That's exactly right.
With you jackals in the media.
Yeah, exactly. Us jackals in the media were there. And people really got a kick out of it. I think it's going to work on a couple levels. The guys that directed and produced it, of course, did Shrek. So I think it's got that kind of double humor for adults and kids. Also, of course, Anna made a very funny comment because I said, what's it like working with Justin Timberlake as the music guy here? And of course she has a musical background, as we know as well. Pitch
sung on
Perfect
Broadway
and all that. And she made a funny comparison, which Justin really kind of gave her a hard time about. Here's what happened. It was funny.
I was so excited to do it. Obviously, it's one of those things like if you were getting like cooking lessons from Gordon Ramsay, you'd be like, oh, that's great because that's going to be the most.
That's sort of how I treated you as well.
Yeah,
I just yelled profanity at you.
And I was like, this is great. No, where you're like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I'm going to get cooking lessons from Gordon Ramsay. And then they're like, oh no. Because it was so exciting to know that like he...
It's the first time I've ever been compared to Gordon Ramsay.
You do have a terrible reputation.
I remember having a troll doll when I was young, and they always seem very happy.
Yeah.
So would you say this movie is about the nature of happiness and finding your happiness?
Yeah, sure. I would absolutely say that. That's so great. People have been asking us about the themes of the film. I think that's an adorable. Yeah, it's about the nature of happiness and finding your own happiness. I'm just going to take that directly. It's a very succinct way to put it.
Well, I love the difference between your two characters. Can you tell us about Poppy and her optimism versus Branch, and maybe his outlook on life?
Yeah, Poppy is sort of relentlessly happy, which can be irritating. But I was excited about doing that because that's really not in my nature. I'm more of a pessimist, and it was really fun to do that and to sort of inject her with a lot of layers.
Yeah, Branch is sort of, he's pretty cantankerous to kick off the movie, and as the movie goes on, you sort of uncover these layers of why.
Tell me about the soundtrack, because you're a producer on it. It's a mixture of original and covers?
It is, yes. We're doing some covers of like some classic songs, and there's 4, I think, originals.
And then you have the lovely Anna, who makes it sound really good all the time. She makes it sound really good. How was it singing together?
When we sing True Colors, Justin had laid down his track already, so I was listening to him in my headphones when I was singing along to it. And when it was over, I really felt like, wow, like we just really had this really emotional moment. And I was like, oh, but he did his thing a week ago. Like, it's a very strange thing when, like, you think, like, you still get the emotion of, like, we really, like, did some great emotional work in there today. And it was like, oh, but no, he already did his thing. And, yeah, it plays with your head.
Can't wait to see the full thing. Thank you so much. Air hug. Hug time.
Thank you.
Wet.
Thank you.
Wet.
That feels good.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice.
Don't be afraid to let them show.
Hello from Cannes.
Hello from Cannes.
The two of you singing True Colors the other day was a very special moment. How was it for you?
That's very kind.
Certainly a special moment for me. I mean,
as well.
It's not like that's going to happen to me probably ever again.
Yeah.
Sing a classic cover at Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, it's rare that you get to sing a classic, huge pop song at the Palais. So that was pretty
memorable.
I would have never put it on my bucket list because I never thought it was even possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. We were both pretty nervous, and then when it was over, we were like, the world is the greatest place.
It's cool
ever.
that we did that.
Yeah.
It's cool. Justin making little jokes like, hello, we're Anna and Garfunkel. A lot of that is for my benefit so that I will laugh and feel comfortable and not pass out on stage from terror. So, it's been obviously very exciting and intimidating, but overall completely wonderful getting to work with him and sing with him.
We're covering a lot of great classic songs, Earth, Wind & Fire, Simon and Garfunkel, Lionel Richie, Cyndi Lauper, Kool and the Gang even, and I've also written 4 original songs for the movie, and so yeah, it's just like one big pop song.
It goes electric wavy when I turn it on, off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops.